Thanks for joining us today. Our topic is going to be rethinking risk. We're going to talk about new approaches to protect profit and performance. So my name is Sarah Nyheisel. I'm our Senior Enablement Manager here at RedTeam Software, and I have been with the company for just about 5 years now. Most of that in implementation, which means that I have been onboarding clients, contractors just like you, and looking at how they can manage risk using RedTeam's project management softwares. We were also supposed to have Eileen Awashko with us. She's one of our client success managers, but unfortunately she had to be out today. So it's just going to be me presenting, but we do have Katie from marketing who is keeping an eye on the Q&A for me. So she'll be answering any questions that she can through that Q&A. Otherwise, if you have any questions kind of related to the topics we're talking about today or any technical questions about our software, drop those in the Q&A and I'll make sure that we get those answered at the end today. So what we're going to talk about today, the modern risk landscape is first. So we're going to talk about what types of risks do contractors encounter in our modern construction environment. We're going to talk about 7 big ones, right? The top most common risks that you can't afford to ignore. What do you need to keep an eye on to keep your business safe? We're going to talk about proactive versus reactive risk management, and of course, show you how RedTeam can help you be more proactive. And then we're going to talk a little bit about our implementation process. Again, having been implementing clients here with RedTeam for almost 5 years, I can tell you how that process can be smooth and effective and how we can help your team drive change management to improve your risk management. So let's talk a little bit about modern risk landscape. Volatility is the first one we've got on here, right? We all know that the modern world is full of uncertainty. We've got things like pandemics and tariffs and natural disasters and all sorts of things that can affect your costs, can affect your supply chain. That's something that you really have to deal with on a day-to-day basis as a general contractor. So that's certainly something that we want to help you keep an eye on and understand how you can manage. Workforce, right? Talent shortages and productivity gaps. Finding knowledgeable, skilled, and reliable people is harder than ever. And those staffing shortages can cause gaps and delays for you. So we want to help you understand how to do more with less, right? How do you take the people that you have and make that group of people more productive and efficient, right? We don't want to be wasting the time of the individuals that we have. Regulation. We all know that's hard to keep up with. Keeping up with new requirements can be a full-time job. It requires a really detailed focus, and we want to show you how our solutions at RedTeam are going to help you manage all of that and stay on top of it while still being able to do your day job, as it were. Cash flow, the impact of delays and disputes and lien challenges can really hamper your business and make it tough to complete your projects or bring in revenue. So we want to talk about how we can stay on top of our financials with our RedTeam softwares and make your business even more efficient. So let's talk then about 7 specific risks that we really can't afford to ignore. And all of these are things that either our RedTeam Flex or our RedTeam Go platforms can help with. The first one is scope creep, right? Unexpected situations, owner desires, things that you didn't see coming from the beginning of the project. All of those we can help with when it comes to RedTeam Flex or RedTeam Go. Any of our solutions is going to help you manage your change orders, keep on top of things. It's going to help you communicate all of that to your subs, your vendors, everybody involved in the project. So scope creep is a big one, right? Things can change very quickly. And if you're not able to populate that to all parties within the project, that can be a problem. Poor documentation, right? Things like out-of-date plans, unfinished or on not updated submittals information, schedules information. With traditional manual methods, it's really tough to keep all of those things up to date and pushed out to the right people. So we're going to show you how our solutions will help you make sure everyone has the most updated documentation. Schedule delays, right? This is a pretty similar one. We talked about that volatility, supply issues, workforce challenges, not to mention miscommunication. Those can all cause schedule delays. And when we're delaying our schedule, obviously we're impacting our bottom line, we're impacting our ability to complete or take on other projects. So we want to make sure that we are working in a way that minimizes those schedule delays. Budget overruns. This is something that's huge, especially for people who don't have a current project management software. If you don't have a close eye on your dollars, they will run away with your project. So the question becomes, how can I help my project managers stay up to date with those numbers? How can I make it easy for them to see where their budget sits without having to take over their whole day, right? They've got a lot going on. So we want a budget that more or less runs itself, that keeps things organized for them, and all they have to do is check in with it on a regular basis. Field to office communication, right? Miscommunication is rampant in any industry these days, but it's especially important in the construction industry. You all know, I'm sure, just living in the modern world, that there are too many sources of communication, not just in your work, but in your personal life, right? We've got 6 different ways to send each other text messages. We've got 2 or 3 email accounts sometimes. We've got, maybe a couple of different calendars to keep track of. And it's really tough to make sure we're not missing something. And that's especially true for your teams in the field. They don't have time to be checking every single method of communication every single moment. So it's really easy for us to send something that gets missed, or send something that someone sees and forgets about, and then we don't have a record of it, right? Where do we go to find it? It's really easy to end up with miscommunications that can not only cause delays, but they can cause legal issues for us, right? If we have a miscommunication and we can't prove who said what and when. So that's a really big piece of having a software like this, is being able to keep all of your communications tracked and easily create a single source of truth for your team. Let's see, payment delays. Obviously, that's a big one, right? We talked about cash flow as a risk. We want to make sure that not only are we getting all of our subs paid quickly, but we are getting our bills out to our owners quickly and efficiently, and we're receiving those payments efficiently. And the more you can digitize that process, the quicker and easier it's going to go, right? And I know I see a lot of my clients talking about the technology challenges of getting subcontractors and vendors to use a software. But trust me, it is a labor that is worth undertaking. It's an effort that's worth undertaking, because as you're going to see, both RedTeam Flex and RedTeam Go have a capability to allow digital billing from your subs and your suppliers. And that can really add efficiency to your process. You don't have teams in your finance department manually entering invoices that they're receiving by email, right? That can take up a lot of time. And it's easy for your team to mistype something, right? And then we have to go back and make corrections, and all of those can cause delays. So you'll see how softwares like these can really empower your subcontractors and your suppliers to take ownership of their billing process and add efficiency to those payment processes. Same goes for your AR side, right? When it comes to billing your customer or your owner, the ability to generate a bill in-house based on the financial data and the SOV that you have in your software, either Flex or Go, you can very quickly and easily generate bills, including cost plus bills, and get those out to your ownership really efficiently. And then lastly, compliance and lien law mistakes. Who's tracking those forms and how, right? We talked about difficulty in communication and multiple sources of truth. It can be really tough to keep track of all those documents, to make sure that we got everybody, to make sure that nothing got missed and nothing slips through the cracks. Having a software that keeps all of it organized, and especially in the case of Team Player and RedTeam Go, keeps it automated, can really take a lot of risk off your team, can make sure that someone having a rough or busy day doesn't lead to something getting missed, and then you end up in compliance and legal issues. So those are kind of the big ticket items we want to talk about. We're going to go into a little bit about our 2 separate softwares, right? So our primary project management softwares are RedTeam Flex and RedTeam Go. RedTeam Flex being our kind of flagship platform. That is our most configurable project management solution. That is the original product built by our company at its inception, and it tracks your projects from start to finish. And it's really designed for those mid-level to enterprise level general contractors who need a lot of configuration of workflows, right? Your business is unique and you need the ability to fine tune workflows and settings and really create a software that handles your workflows. Whereas the next one we'll see is RedTeam Go. That is a solution that we acquired along the way. It used to be called Pasker. It is one of our solutions that really allows those smaller to mid-level folks to have an out-of-the-box, let's get it and go solution for people who say, hey, my workflows aren't that complex or unique. What I need is something that's going to standardize for my business and make it quick and easy for my teams to get digital and get going. So first, we're talking about RedTeam Flex. This is, got a special place in my heart because I've actually done most of my implementing with RedTeam Flex over the years. RedTeam Flex has a lot of capability to manage risk for you. And trust me, if you onboard with us on RedTeam Flex, we're going to help you squeeze every drop of juice out of that software in terms of risk management. Right? We have a WIP and variance reports that are really going to help. We generate a company level WIP and a project level profit margin report in real time. As your PMs just track day-to-day activities and log things within the project, we're building those reports as you go. So there's no more generating a WIP in a spreadsheet. No one has to take the time to put all those numbers together and generate that report. It's just there for you. You just go click and take a look. And as long as your PMs are managing their projects day to day the way that they should, which of course we would train you how to do, you've got those reports at your fingertips at any given moment. And it really helps you stay on top of your profit margins for any given project, your overbilled and underbilled statuses, along with any other piece of financial information you might need at a company or project level. Subcontract and proposal language library. So within RedTeam Flex, we house subcontract, purchase order, and owner proposal language within your database. So as you get on board with us, you send us the legal language that you need and we populate it into templates so that you have the most up-to-date language for every single project. You just say, I want to make a subcontract, and there is your updated subcontract template with everything you need. No one's going to grab the wrong out-of-date copy from the server in the wrong folder, whatever the case may be, right? We're going to help you put it right in there so that it auto-populates for your team. And it's really easy for you to send that copy over to your lawyers. They go ahead and update some things for you. You make those updates or ask us to help you make those updates. And you've got your template right there. Very, very easy to update and configure. In terms of integrated scheduling and dependencies, we offer an in-house Gantt schedule that can be published to our mobile app and to our plan room. So that allows you to have your team in the field looking at that Gantt schedule on their mobile device, their tablet, their phone. It also allows you to have that most up-to-date schedule published on an online plan room for your subs, for your ownership, for your architects, anybody that may need to look at it can be looking at the same copy of the schedule. We can create dependencies, we can create critical paths so that we can see exactly which types of tasks are affecting the finish date of the project, affecting our milestones. All of that's tracked within the software. So you're not looking at a separate solution. You're not having to, pay for Microsoft projects or send out Excel spreadsheet copies of your schedule. And then lien law compliance tools. We track both credentials and lien documents within RedTeam Flex. And by credentials, I mean things like general liability insurance or COIs or W-9s, anything else you may need to have on file. If you do master service agreements, we can track all of that under our feature called credentials, keep you up to date on who has what on file and whether it's expired. We can make sure that you are not able to execute your subcontracts or your purchase orders until you have the right documentation. And when it comes to lien law compliance, we actually have recently built an in-house digital lien solution through our Team Player application. So if you're a user of RedTeam Flex, you also have this optional piece called Team Player, which is a portal for your subs that's going to allow them to digitally submit bills, as we discussed. But not only can they digitally submit their invoices or their pay applications through Team Player, we also now have an in-house lien template feature that goes through Team Player. So you can essentially build as many lien document templates as you want within your Flex database and you can then send those out, select the right form and send it out for digital signature through the Team Player app so that your subs can log into their own portal. They can even do that through a mobile app, and they can sign that lien form. It's going to come right back and be stored within your project. So that really helps you take the manual labor out of lien law compliance and make sure that you're keeping everything tracked there. We also, I will mention, still have an integration with LevelSet. So if you're a current user of LevelSet, you can also choose to integrate that with your RedTeam Flex software and use that for your lien waiver solutions. Now, let's talk RedTeam Go. How does RedTeam Go help mitigate risk, right? Those big 7 that we talked about. Well, live budget dashboards is a big one, right? Like I said, RedTeam Go is geared towards those small to mid-level general contractors who most often when they come to us, they've been working on manual methods, right? Wouldn't it be nice if your budget just kept itself up to date, right? Budget tracking is automatic. It's simple as your PMs perform standard tasks like buyout, job cost report keeps you on track. All of that just kind of happens instead of having to go manually to a spreadsheet and oops, somebody messed up the formula in the spreadsheet or forgot to save the latest copy. That budget dashboard within RedTeam Go is going to keep you on track. We also have cloud-based storage and access. One of my favorite things about RedTeam Go is that it has a built-in portal for subs and owners. It's more akin to the team player feature with Flex than it is to the Flex online plan room. It is a true interactive portal that your subs and your owners can log into. You've got project document folders for every piece of documentation on the project, and your team has access to every folder, all the project documents they may need. But you can also select exactly which folders should be visible to your owners and your subs in their portal. So it's very easy for them to log in to their portal and take a look at documents that they need to keep up to date on as well. Everybody's, again, working from that same source of truth. Scheduling and daily logs. Task scheduling and daily logs help keep your team up to date with site activities, and they can be shared really easily via the portal. So it's very simple to create a daily report, upload those photos, and share those albums of photos or that timeline photos to the portal so folks can keep an eye on exactly what's happening day to day. And then digital invoicing and lien releases. This is another piece that I love with RedTeam Go. It's so simple and it's built into that sub portal. So again, it's not an add-on feature the way Team Player is with Flex. It is just there and you can make use of it from day one. You have the ability to essentially send out those subcontracts, and that opens up digital billing in the portal for your sub. So as you're sending those commitments out, your subs are able to very easily log into their portal, submit their billing, and then they're going to be able to digitally sign their lien waivers there in the same place. So again, RedTeam Go, if you're thinking, what's the difference? RedTeam Flex, RedTeam Go. RedTeam Go is really about a simple out-of-the-box solution. It's not that it has no configurability. Of course, you can change settings and features to make it work for your company. But if you're thinking, hey, I need something that can really handle my complex workflows, you're probably thinking Flex. If you're thinking, we just need something simple that we can take and run with, that's RedTeam Go, and I think that can be really valuable. Now, let's talk a little bit about proactive versus reactive risk management. I'm sure these are terms you're familiar with, right? Proactive, we're going to anticipate. We're going to plan ahead and prevent issues from happening, versus reactive. We're going to scramble to fix problems after they happen. The result here, right, what we want is proactive planning is going to protect your profit. It's going to save time. It's going to reduce disputes. I like to think about this and explain this from a safety perspective, right? Think about your job sites from a safety perspective. You're not going to wait for an accident to happen to start fixing your safety posture. You want to make sure you're proactive about it. You're preventing any sort of safety issues from happening because they can have a massive impact on your people and your project, right? We don't want to wait until risks start damaging your projects and your profits to implement solutions. The time to manage your risk is now, before you see problems, right? And realistically, you've probably already seen some problems with some of the things we talked about, that the scope creep, the poor documentation, the schedule delays, all those things we've talked about. You've probably seen those types of issues already. If you're dealing with them on a regular basis, why wait until they happen again to start planning how to manage those, right? Let us help you. Take a look at how the softwares we have to offer can help manage those risks in a way that leaves you free to do your job, right? You can focus on getting the project done. You can focus on managing your people as opposed to focusing on keeping all those things straight in the background, right? Last thing we want to talk about here then is how can we help you? How can we help that happen? Implementation without the headaches, right? We want to make sure that you have a really smooth onboarding process. We have a guided onboarding that we tailor to your team. Doesn't matter which product you are onboarding with us, Red Team Flex, Red Team Go. We are going to make sure that we take our standard curriculum, which trains you on all the features available in your software, and we tailor that to you, which means you're not just showing up and watching us talk at you. You're engaging in discussion with that personalized partner that you've got, right? Your implementation specialist is a partner for your business, and they're working with you to make sure that we take all those available features in the software and tailor them to you and what you need. We're going to have hands-on training that's going to help you build adoption within your team, right? A lot of what we do is help you drive change management. It's tough to get your folks to try new things. It really is, especially if you're moving off of manual methods. People are really attached to their spreadsheets and their sticky notes and the way that they've done things. And new software can feel daunting, right? No one has the time to just sit around and practice all day long until they're an expert. But we're going to help incorporate hands-on experience into your training process. We're going to help you as leadership understand how to push those practices out to your team. And we're here for you every step of the way. We're going to get your team hands-on as soon as possible. We're going to provide you support and feedback as you adopt the tool. And when it comes to that time where you've completed your initial training and you're ready to start using the software, right? You're going live. We're not just going to drop you on your own, right? It's not like we're going to push you out of the nest and you're alone. We have ongoing support. Your client success manager is going to be with you for the long term. Again, you have a singular point of contact. You have a partner who knows your leadership team, who understands your business and your specific needs and workflows. They're going to have engagement with your implementation specialist so that they know how training went, what types of workflows you implemented with your implementation specialist. And they're going to make sure they check in with you on a regular basis. They're going to gather your feedback. How could our software be better? What are your teams struggling with? Do you need any additional training? What can we do for you, right? We never want you to feel alone. So even beyond implementation, you've always got that partner in success. And a fast path from software to results is always our goal, right? We're not going to rush you through it. That being said, right? Everyone wants a quick return on investment. Everyone wants the ability to pick something up and run with it right away. But that being said, we're not going to rush you through trainings and go, okay, we've told you everything. Have a nice life, right? That's not how we operate. Like we said, we've got that long-term approach, but we're going to try and get you the ability to realize value as quickly as possible. Meaning from that first training session onwards, we want your team logging in. We want you putting in live projects, and we want to help you with it. Every time you meet for a training, we're going to be engaging with you on what has happened. What has your team tried out? What have they put in? What are they experiencing challenges with? That's what we're here for, right? At Red Team, it's always personal. We're invested in your success because we've been there, right? We were built by a general contractor who is still very much a part of this company culture. And even for those of us like myself who've never worked in the construction industry, right, it starts to feel very, very familiar and personal to us as well, because we see the challenges that you guys encounter every single day. And we want to help you resolve those. We always say we're built for contractors by contractors. And that's really a part of our culture. So we're here to help. We want to see that implementation go well for you. That's about all I've got for you guys. Hopefully you picked up some good information on how Red Team can help you manage risk, and what types of risks we can help you manage. If you'd like to learn more, you can scan right here to book a meeting with us today. You can always reach out and engage with us. I would also encourage you, right, if you'd like to get a little bit more deep dive or technical look at what our softwares can do, we have regular training webinars that you'll see on our events page. Please join in on those, right? You don't have to be a current user of RedTeam to join in on those training webinars. Those are going to give you a great look at the technical aspects of what our features can do. And we'll have kind of an alternation there every couple of weeks of RedTeam Flex and RedTeam Go training webinars. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and take a look here, guys, at the Q&A. I apologize, being here on my own today means I have not looked through the Q&A yet. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. If you have any questions, please go ahead and drop them in there for me. I love this question. I've got a question from Joanne asking if we have a plan to enhance the credentials feature within RedTeam Flex. So currently, like I said, we manage things like COIs and other forms of insurance, W-9s, any types of documentation you may need to keep on file for both your subcontractors and even your employees. She wants to know if we have plans to add automated notifications or reminders to let folks know that those credentials are coming up to expire and allowing them to upload directly into RedTeam. Right now, that is definitely something that our product team is keeping an eye on. It's something that they want to update. I can't tell you, Joanne, right now if it's on the roadmap because I haven't looked at it super recently, but that's certainly something that I know we are tracking as a valuable addition. And anybody that's interested in that, right, we absolutely would encourage you to let your CSM, your client success manager, or your implementation specialist know, hey, that would be valuable to me, because we're always trying to do the most good for the most clients. So the more folks we hear saying that is important to me, the quicker something like that ends up on the roadmap. So I love that question, and I do hope to see that feature in future. Otherwise, thank you everyone for joining us today. We hope to see you at another webinar next time.